Informer. A Jeju boom boom girl. That's not how it go, Alec. You sure? How would it sound to you? Tell me. That's one of the like songs that nobody will ever know the lyrics to. Tell me what's your best rendition of it? How it go? How do you remember it? Do you love dance charts? Come on, nobody's here. It's just us. Tell us how it sounds. What happened, Allie? Come on, Allie. Informer. A Jajun boom boom girl. No? I bet that's the only part you know, right? I freaking bet. Not what I heard. In any event, we got the Giants waiting for us, so let's get the wind beneath our feet and go out in the blaze of glory. You heard? Mike, 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 Mike. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast. Greetings and salutations to you all. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast. Excuse me, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. And I'm talking about if this is your first time tapping in, don't be easily threatened or angered because much like you, where you at? Much like you, every giant here will first started off as a perfect stranger. We asked everybody tap in and get into what we doing on Live on Broadway Podcast by way of YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Giant, scroll to the top if you're on Clubhouse and hit that link. Like, comment, and subscribe. Show your social currency. Tap in with us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are available. Also, do remember, make sure you tap in with us on Facebook, Broadway the Giant. Everything runs concurrent. You get what I'm saying? Tap in. Greetings and salutations to you all. Greetings and salutations to you all. Welcome back to another episode Live on Broadway Podcast. We've been having these conversations, and I'm going to bring the Giants up and bring them up. We've been having these conversations, and we've been talking about Meg and Tory and all this other stuff that's been going on in the world. And we're going to keep following the case and keep giving commentary on it by way of what you guys think, because I think that it's important. You know what I mean? I think it's important because, frankly speaking, oh, I'm sorry about that, Giants. Frankly speaking, everybody want to know. Everybody want to tap in. I appreciate everybody tapping in with us tonight. So let's talk about it. Live on Broadway Podcast. Day 3 and 4 has gone by, and we're here to have a conversation. Greeting Marcy, greeting Bambi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. You guys can hear me okay, correct?
Yeah.
All right, beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. I love to hear it. Love to hear it. Yeah, so we're having a conversation about Meg and Tory. And I think that it's important that we have this conversation because greetings, Queen. I see you. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. I love to hear it. Are you familiar, Meg, Tory, this whole debacle of a case? Are you familiar with what's going on? I'm speaking to you, Queen. What's your name? I'm sorry. Yes. Recia. How you doing? Oh, that's a nice name. Reese.
Thank you.
Nice. I like that. I like it. So are you familiar, Reese, with Tory, Meg, this whole charade of a incident that happened 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I was looking at a video about how the guy supposedly had shot her or something. And they going to court for it.
Greetings and salutations to I also see Terica in here. I see YouTube viewership tapping in. Shout out to YouTube viewership. Hit that link, hit that like button, please, and thank you. Show your social currency. I see you guys tapping that like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aquel, wake that up. I see Quell on the super chat. I see you, Quell. I appreciate that, beloved. I see you, King. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Giants is all here. They tapping in. We gonna get straight to it. I appreciate you collectors on the bags, beloved. I see it and I love it. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. The Giants weighing in heavy. They must have liked last night's commentary on the Meg and TORY day 1 and 2. Now we're reporting on day 3 and 4. So I'm gonna play some things per usual, and we're gonna have commentary on it, right? Feel free to join, hit that button. I'm going to bring you guys up. And I'm reading comments from YouTube. Tap in, jump in that comment section. Let us know how you guys are feeling. Meg, TORY, last night it ended with, we had a conversation. And last night we talked about a few things, actually. We spoke about, I want to ask you guys, frankly speaking, Meg and TORY, who was wrong in the situation. A lot of us said that TORY was wrong. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people also felt as though everybody was wrong in the incident, right? We also talk about who shot Megan, TORY or Kelsey. You get what I mean? We tapped in on that as well. We also ended with, we concluded the pod yesterday, I believe, with why would Meg lie? Like, why would you lie about have so many different things going on and saying, hey, in one incident, it was glass in my foot. Then it was a bullet. Then it was I didn't sleep with TORY. Then it was I had a sexual relationship or a relationship with him. And then y'all tried to move the goalpost. Some of the ladies came up and tried to move the goalpost and say that a sexual encounter and a sexual relationship is two different things. I strongly beg to differ. You get me? But we here to debunk and we here to talk about some things. I'm gonna play what's been going on in the case since last night. Tap in with us, live on Broadway podcast. Check it out.
Welcome, subscribers. Today in cross-examination, we're going to be looking for a couple things. The defense, whenever direct ends, the defense is going to try to make Kelsey be the shooter. He's going to hit her with the gunpowder. He's going to say you're a diabolical person who's been lying this whole time, making up all this stuff to hide your crimes. That's what you're trying to protect yourself from, aren't you? Reminds me of a quote from like Sun Tzu or some shit. And it's like, yo, make sure you don't beat up on somebody too hard. Because when you have somebody fully cornered, give them a little room to let a little light and a little air in. Somebody cornered can really snap. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, and...
So, listen, right? We're going to start here. I must admit, this has got to be one of, if not the most jaw-dropping trials or cases, situations in a very long time. A very long time, right? I think this, for the hip-hop community, this might be the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. You know what I mean? So my question is, well, let's just talk about it. I personally believe Meg's credibility is shot. Club Instagram, tap in with me. How do you guys feel? Meg, TORY, credibility. Is she a believable witness? Is she a believable victim, to the situation that occurred back in July of 2020? Is she a believable victim? How do you guys feel? I want to get it from the people first. Instagram, I'm coming to you first. Clubhouse, put it in the chat. I'm going to read it all. So, Reese, tap in with me, Queen. How you feel? Is Meg Thee Stallion a credible witness in this whole debacle?
She could possibly be, but at the same time, it's like, why did it take 2 years, for anybody to even speak out about anything that happened between her and TORY?
Why did it take 2 years?
Right.
That's a good question, because when everything happened, they didn't charge him with attempt murder, right? Because that would be the charge. They didn't charge him with that. So I'm wondering, why would it take 2 years and they still didn't charge him with that? We got Bambi up here. We got Marcy tapping with us, ladies.
Okay, I feel she's. I don't know if you saw TORY's.
Hold on. Just 1 sec. Just Reese. Just mute your mic. Just mute your mic, because we picking it all up. Just mute your mic while you up here, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Go ahead, Moss.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you heard the interview TORY was talking about his. You gotta listen to that. And it seems as if everybody knows if once you go to a hospital, it is the law that if they find anything that has to do with the gun, bullet fragments, then automatically they have to do a police report. And I work in healthcare for 30 some years, so that's an automatic. We have to report it, and the police has to be involved. Okay. So at that point, now she has to come up with a story. And I don't know if it's a story or not, but it sure sounds like it from everything she's talking about. Now, why did it take 2 years? Exactly.
Right.
Because meanwhile, she's talking to TORY and she's grooming him to saying we're still friends. She's still talking to this guy.
Wait, you think
right?
TORY and Meg has been speaking? I haven't
No.
heard. Oh.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, he was, because he made a video on where he says, she was talking to him like here and there. I can't be specific on what, but she was. So that's why. And he still feels bad for her because of her parents both not being here. So
yeah,
I can see how he feels bad because he lost a mother too.
Yeah. Trauma bonding. That's what that's called, right?
Yes, it is trauma bonding. So meanwhile, yes, he was. And I don't know if you saw the police report, but I took a look at that police report. And in the police report,
what did that look like?
The witness said that there was 2 males punching, close fist, a female.
2 males punching? Oh,
yes,
I didn't
2
know
males.
This.
That's what the initial police report says on that. If you go back and look at it, I was looking at that last night. I couldn't sleep, so I had to review all that. And it said something like that. Now, yeah, that's as if they were fighting, okay? Like they were fighting to control a female. And that's what the witness said. They were. Now, why would 2 grown men be fighting with the female if it wasn't because maybe she had a gun?
Well, all right. So who might be the other male, right? Because I'm trying to understand.
They said it was
part.
a heavy set. It was a heavy set guy. That's what the witness is saying. It was a heavy set guy, which I'm assuming was the driver.
Yeah.
And the other guy was TORY. So, and the only one that was going crazy at that moment was Megan. So why would she lie? And now she said she lied because she was afraid that the police was going to use deadly force because of after what happened to George Floyd. Now, yes, we all know that everybody is, even in the Hispanic community, where the police intimidates. Sure. And yes, we're very cautious, and that's why we should know the law. But that still doesn't say anything, because the only reason that she spoke up is when the hospital had to make the report saying, no, this is not glass. This is a gun fragment. So now LAPD had to get involved and go with, okay. But anyway.
So yeah, let's spread the wealth, because you were definitely giving us some insight and backstory to the police report, and I appreciate that, Marcy. Bambi, what you got to say about that? I'm coming to you in a second, Clubhouse, and tap in. I appreciate you putting your money where your mouth is at Quell, my guy. I appreciate it. Tap in with us, Bambi. You got anything on this, Queen?
I haven't been paying attention to the case, but I really appreciate Miss Marcy for letting us know more details. But I think initially I was thinking that Megan was the victim of maybe an accidental gunshot or a one on purpose. But she seems to want to protect them. She didn't want, just like you said, it didn't seem like she wanted to go to court. She didn't want to call the police, initially when it came out. But the hospital called the police because that's what they have to do. So I think the police are
correct me if I'm wrong, Bambi, the police was there on the scene. So when they found a gun,
they automatically, I'm assuming in that type of situation, you find a gun and you see somebody limping, you probably don't put one and two together immediately because you just see her limping, and then you secure the situation, and then you find a gun, and then you follow that gun. You take her to the emergency room. You lock them all up, and then you start process of elimination, right? To see who's who and what's what. So that's what I'm getting.
I think that Megan didn't call. I think Megan didn't call. Like, she didn't say, "Oh, they shot." I think Megan knows exactly who shot her and what happened. She just doesn't want to tell. Now I feel like she might have to because she's in that situation. It's gotten a lot bigger.
Yeah. Well, Sassery said, was the gun warm or something? We don't know. What we do know is that there was 5 bullets that was discharged from the gun, and it was 5 bullets that was in the gun. So the gun was empty. And when you shooting, for those that don't know, when you're shooting the Glock, right? The barrel automatically goes back once it's finished. You know what I mean? Until you click it and let it go back into place. You get what I mean? So it was empty. So there was 5 shots that was discharged from the gun, and it had 5. It was 5 bullets that was. It was 5 shots that was discharged from the gun, and it was 5 bullets that was in it. So by the time there was no more bullets in the gun, as I understand. If somebody got more information and want to come up and correct me, tap in and weigh in on it. We're going to go to Clubhouse. Clubhouse, tap in with me one time. How you guys feel about the whole situation? Meg, the Stallion, trial day 3 and 4. We talking about it. I feel like Meg is definitely a victim, right? Because she was shot. But my question to you guys is where's her credibility in all this? How do you guys feel about her credibility in all this? Is she a credible victim? Because there's a lot of inconsistencies inside of what she's sharing. Tap in with me, Clubhouse.
So, again, this trial is long overdue, and it happened in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. So now we're going on 2.5, almost 3 years for this to actually start, and it is the very beginning. When traumatic things happen, I know for me, we tend to suppress them. You don't always remember every living detail, and that is not purposefully. That is a trauma reaction. So when things happen, you tend to forget. You push them down. You don't want to remember. And she also experienced some other, traumatic things. The loss of her mom that happened also. So sometimes your brain is programmed.
No, so I just want to ask you something, Allison. Like, we're not dealing with all right. So just for context, right? We're not dealing with just any regular Joe Schmo here, right? We're dealing with Meg Thee Stallion. She got Rock Nation. She got so many people in bed with her to get money with her. It's in their best interest to make sure she went over the details of this case 1,000,000 times over. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? This ain't no regular Joe Schmo person that did a little petty larceny case or whatever. This is big. So in my opinion, I think that she ain't got no time to mess up or forget stories or suppress things because they went over this with her 1,000,001 times. This is what trial is about: preparing and getting your ducks in a row. So I really don't think that she's not prepared. I think whatever it is that happened, she's getting up there and she's prepared. But now she's realizing through the pressure of actually being on trial, sitting in that chair, having people in the audience watching, there's a different level of pressure. I don't think there's. I just think the truth faces one way. I respect your perspective, but I just see it a little bit different, Allie. Tap in with us, DWI. D. Lopez, Lindell, what up though, man? How you guys feel? Is Meg Thee Stallion's credibility shot?
Yes. Just let flat out. I mean, listen, she had a lot to lose. I think because of because of the way she raps and the way she is, how she carries herself as a bad bitch, like it's almost like she should own it for publicity perspective, for believe it or not. Because if I get shot, I can sell more records, right? But in this case, it's a lot more wishy-washy. So it's looking like we don't believe you need more people, kind of thing, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. And I think in this case, because of her bad bitch perspective or her way of life and how she carries herself, I don't think she can come out and be as efficient as an artist after this, and maybe not sell many records after this. And that's just me saying it's hard for me to believe her after what she says going forward and the threats that she said with it, because she's not taking ownership of this bullshit that's going on right now. That's just the lens I see it from.
Yeah. I see Nicholas in the comments. I see you, Nicholas. Join the live. Hit the button so I can bring you up, Nicholas. If you still here, Nicholas, somebody ping Nicholas back and let's bring him up.
So I don't think.
Go for it, D.
First of all, if anybody did their hip hop history, y'all knew that there was somebody by the name of Lil' Kim that was caught up in something. She ain't get shot, but she was around somebody that got shot at or shot or whatever, and she lied. And she wound up having to sit down for a year. I don't know if this new generation knows that when this happens like that, you start trying to no snitching and not trying to tell what actually happened, and you're the one that it got happened to, and you're not in a coma or capacitated. Like, you're not in a place where you can't explain what had happened. Yeah. That you just look crazy right now. So I don't know who did what, but I just know that somebody knows who did something. And it almost reminds me of when I'm in my classroom and somebody threw a piece of paper and now nobody don't know who threw it, but somebody knows that it wasn't them. So process of elimination. And I guess, let the finger pointing begin.
Wow, Nicholas said on Instagram, he said, by law, you have to empty when you shoot or get charged for everything left in it. Okay, but now, how do you explain all those empty shots or the extra shots, right? Because if I got a Glock on me, a Glock 16, and I let all of them go, how do I justify that? Because I didn't want to be charged with the. You get what I'm saying?
Your finger got caught. That's tough.
Get the fuck out of here. I love to hear it, though. Love to hear it. D. Lopez, is Meg's the Stallion credibility shot?
It's a messy circus, man. Like, I don't know what new information was unveiled today that was different from yesterday. Today's day 4. Yeah. New to the pie. I'm just enjoying the room. But after what we spoke about yesterday, Kelsey, being the fifth, using the fifth thing to protect her rights because she was concerned about incriminating herself. This is a circus. I want to see the Lifetime movie. It's wild, bro. Like, everybody's side, everybody's credibility side. I don't know who to believe, to be honest with you. Like he was saying in the finger pointing, let the finger point in the beginning. I don't trust none of them, to be honest with you.
Wake it up. So let's be clear here, right? There was an apology that happened. There was an apology that happened. And we're going to talk about that apology tonight. Because TORY was reaching out to Meg. And TORY was apologizing for something. And we know exactly what he was apologizing. We're going to talk about this shit tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. I promise you. We're going to talk about it tonight. Let's roll these clips, though. Live on Broadway podcast, the update, day 3 and 4, Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, this whole debacle of a case. Check it out.
Morning session. We had the doctor testify. The idea that these are not bullet fragments in her foot, that's done. Forget about it. Those are bullet fragments. Every single person on that jury, if you ask me, believes that it was bullet fragments. How did they get there? That's the question. Kelsey took the stand. He was asked by the prosecutors I don't know what. I don't know what the prosecutors were doing. If you ask me, it was a fumble this morning because they dealt with a witness who was hostile, not answering their questions, saying that she lied to them about all these statements where she incriminated TORY. And then that fumble was picked up on cross-examination. The defense attorney looks like he's on his way to the house. The defense attorney starts with the immunity piece. Okay, you've got immunity. You're only testifying once you got the immunity. Understood. Then the defense attorney goes into this idea that she's been paid off, and he does a great job of establishing the fact that she's never made any statements to prosecutors in all of 2020, all of 2021. This happened in 2020. She only made a statement to prosecutors in September 2022. And the prosecutors are using all this evidence of alleged bribes. That stuff was years ago. So why would she have taken money years ago and then September 2022 not done what she's supposed to do when you take the money, which is lie for TORY? And to be sure, that's like the first 3 minutes of cross, because then we go into gunshot residue. You knew before you sat down with the police officers and gave your testimony that you had gunshot residue on you. Isn't that correct? She said, yes. Defense attorney came back and he used the prosecution's own questions against them. The prosecution had asked, hey, why'd you lie to us? Kelsey said, pressure. Defense attorney, where was the pressure from? Was it from TORY? Nope. Was it from anyone on TORY's team? Nope. Was it from the defense team? Nope. Was it from the prosecution? Yes. That type of sequence of questioning sits in a person's mind and goes, gee, I'm in a courtroom of law. It certainly seems like one side is winning. A lot more happened this morning. I'm talking about just a lot. The prosecution was straight up planting the seeds because I think there's a juror there that they don't like and they're trying to get rid of him. There was an issue about the prosecution springing defense evidence. They're just like, oh, hey, we got this text message. I just found it in my back pocket. I'm going to use it. And the defense attorney was going nuts. The gloves are off at this point. There's a lot of cordiality. There's a lot of decorum. People follow the rules. Nobody acts out. But the attorneys on both sides now, when it comes to like, hey, can we get by with this? Like, no. I'm not okay with that. And, you know, they're saying stuff kind of out of order, out of turn. People are starting to feel that trial pressure. That's how it goes. Nothing is decided. Everything is an open game. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you're taking it to trial.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Live on Broadway podcast. So, as we understand at this current moment, one of the things that took place is Meg was definitely shot, right? So we all the fragments, the glass she was definitely shot, right? The police, the medical person got up there, the surgeon said she was shot. It was fragments that was extracted from her foot, right? Another thing that happened is Kelsey was called to the stand to help Meg, right? We spoke about this a little bit last night. She was called to the stand to help Meg. But after being granted immunity, and there's different types of immunity I'm now understanding and learning. There's different types of immunity, right? There's immunity that gives you like immunity, and I forget the name of them, so excuse me. But there's immunity that gives you immunity where you can't be charged after this and anything in relation to this. And there's immunity that gives you, that allows nothing you say to be used against you in this moment for this case. But if somebody come after you after this for something, you can be still prosecuted. That's the immunity that Kelsey has. Kelsey doesn't have the immunity where it's like all out immunity where you can't be prosecuted at all. Nothing you say now or forevermore will be held against you because it's immunity. It's two different types, excuse me. But so it's interesting. And the question that I have for you guys is simply put, let's be honest. If Tory Lanez is found innocent in this whole thing, what do you guys think is gonna happen? Y'all do know what's gonna happen, right? If Tory Lanez is found innocent, you guys do know or would be able to presume what would happen, correct? Tap in with me. I want to get it from the people. What do you guys think will happen by way of tap in the comment section on YouTube, hit that like button, tap in with us. What you guys think is gonna happen to Tory if he is found innocent? Nobody?
The parade is going to be a parade, man. He's going to be vindicated. It'll be like Bobby Smurda, no?
There's no wrong answer, y'all. Because I see a lot of you guys are probably apprehensive about saying something out of fear of giving the wrong answer. But I'll tell you what I think. I think this is going to be just like the Michael Jackson case. It doesn't matter if he did it or not. They still going to say the nigga did it. Wake it up. If he comes out innocent in this, they still going to say he did it. He just beat the case.
You know what?
That's right.
A good comparison. That's a better comparison to Bobby Shmurda. Because Bobby Shmurda came out like a hero because he didn't tell on Roddy Rebel. So that's a better Michael Jackson, yeah. Because a lot of people think Michael Jackson still did it. Because why would other reason would an adult be in the bed with minors like that? So,
but the point of what I'm trying to draw home, right, Lopez, is that damn if you do, damn if you don't. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I want to have this conversation because we 30 minutes in, and I know a lot of you guys.
It's true.
And I know a lot of you guys is here because of the title on YouTube, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Tory was apologizing to Meg and Kelsey. Anybody tell me what? Why? Anybody?
Yeah, you woke it up the last podcast. He was sleeping with both of them, and I don't think the other nobody.
Nobody wanted this nigga fucking Tory was outside. Let's get to it. Tory was apologizing and on Meg's phone and apologizing to Kelsey for sleeping with the both of them. The courts is taking it as it was an admission of guilt for shooting her. He wasn't calling and apologizing for shooting, my assessment. He was calling to apologize for fucking the both of them. What we talking about? And woe is the court system that think that because you apologize for something, that's an admission of guilt. The fuck?
The fuck?
No. I'm apologizing. I can very easily see if I'm fucking two chicks that get into a situation, probably Kelsey done popped Meg, allegedly, and I don't see as a man in the situation, I see the whole shit that's unraveling right before my eyes. I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I know I played the part in it. Damn, Meg, I'm sorry, my bad, I apologize. I'm sorry, I know I fucked up, Shit, I might even be extreme if I got the bag like that. Shit, I don't fuck that. I throw you a little extra bread. It wasn't to apologize for what they saying it was. The fuck? No. It was apologizing because as a man, you saying to yourself, you looking at it and saying, damn, I don't fuck both of these chicks behind both of their backs. And I was cool with getting it off and shit. I might have even been trying to get next to Meg. I mean, Kylie. I'm trying to get next to Kylie too. Hello? What nigga not gonna try to get next to Kylie and at the fucking the Hollywood Hills or wherever Calabasas Park, whatever that high tech money get you a house at? The fuck? Who not gonna try? If I'm fucking Meg and I'm fucking Kelsey, and I get the call, okay, that you guys are inviting me over to this little pool charade, I'm pulling up. Absolutely. I'm feeling myself. My energy is on 1,000. I actually believe that, yes. And while I'm there, check it out. Check this part out. While I'm there, you fucking guessed it. Kylie Jenner is flirting with me. I'm that nigga. I'm feeling myself.
Yeah, he probably thought he was Drake. that night.
And the worst part, the most interesting part to it is, right? The most interesting part to it is they say, and we learned yesterday, that they left. Kelsey and Meg left. Then they doubled back for a shoe. It wasn't for the shoe. It's because Meg knew that Kylie and Tory was getting a little intimate. So Meg doubled back for Tory, we learned. They said it was a shoe. And Marcy, you even said yesterday for a shoe. And I thought about that. I said, why the fuck would they double back for the shoe? For a shoe? Nah, it wasn't no shoe. It was for the man. It was for Tory. They was trying to get Tory. Because Meg felt
That's exactly what happened.
Meg felt like, yo, I invited this nigga over, right? Or however he got invited over. I think Meg invited him over. I invited this nigga over. Somebody DM me on Instagram. Somebody DM me the whole, I can't even play the shit right now because I want to play it right now. I really want to play it. Somebody DM, matter of fact, I'm going to play. Somebody DM me the shit from YouTube with them in the pool. With Meg, Tory, and Kylie in the pool. I'm going to play it. Because I want you guys to see that transaction. I remember it vividly. Somebody DM me or back channel it to me on Clubhouse, and I'm gonna play it. Put it in the group chat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it because that was an awkward exchange. Tory was apologizing for fucking Meg and Kelsey behind each other's backs. Meg finds out, that was Kelsey work first. Tory was Kelsey work first. Then for whatever reason, Meg double backs, gets Tory from Kelsey. They fucking around. Kelsey finds out that night in a car that Tory was knocking Meg off too. And I think that came by way of Tory saying, yo, why you protecting this chick, Megan? And she done took Ben Simmons. She done took the baby. She done took me. Why? Why are you protecting her? Did anybody send me that? Did anybody send it to me? Send me that link. I'm going to play it. Is that the link right there, Allison? What link is that, Allison?
No. That's the video.
Somebody send me that link. Please send me that link. I'm going to play that video. I'm going to play that video on YouTube. Matter of fact.
That's messages of the apology that he texted her.
Hold on. Because y'all playing with me, Meg. Hold on, because y'all playing. I'm going to pull this shit right up myself. Fuck that. Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion.
Me try to look for that. Can I
go
chime
for it,
in
Queen? Yes,
something?
please. Yes, please, Queen.
I just want to know, like, when I'm still stuck on that whole, I didn't want to tell the police that I got shot because I was scared, especially after what happened with George Floyd. However, you get back in the car with the guy that just shot you 5 times.
Wake that up. Wake that all the way up.
And you're still lie and try to protect him. Why? That was your opportunity to say, somebody shot me, help me.
Exactly.
Why do you still get back in the car with the guy that shot you? And you're scared of the police? I would be more scared of the guy who just shot me.
But you know the answer to that. He didn't shoot her.
Yes, I do.
Kelsey shot her. I'm going to play this shit on, y'all just going to hear the audio, though. How do I get you guys to see it, though? Oh, I know how. I know exactly how. Here it go. I know exactly how to get it. All right, here it go. I'm going to play this on Instagram. Check it out. I mean, you guys will see it in a second. Oh, man, this is so messy, but we're going to play it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. See if I can get it up for you guys real quick. All right, here you go. Check it out.
We have to come kill the street for 5 minutes. So what? Yeah, turn up the music. The PD just came in.
Look at Tory in the pool with Megan. Now I'm gonna bring that back a little bit. Tory, listen.
We have to come. We have to come kill the streets for 5 minutes. So what? Yeah, turn up the music. The PD just came in. Okay. Don't get my phone wet.
Come on, y'all can't tell me, man. That nigga riding on high, man. That nigga riding on high, man. He feeling like he the man. He feeling like he the man. He feeling like he the man. Tap in with us, though.
He was the man.
Crazy. Shit crazy. Tap in with us. Let us know how you guys feeling. Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, this whole debacle. Where we at with it? Tap in with us. I guess the question I want to ask you guys is if Meg Thee Stallion, no, I don't even want to get that far yet. Let's stay right where we are. Tory says to Meg, I apologize. Where are you guys with that? Where are you guys in that exchange? Because the courts is taking it as it was possibly an admission of guilt. How do you guys see it unfolding? I want to throw it to you guys. I'm gonna throw it to Instagram first. Tap in with me, Instagram.
Okay, in that respect, hold on, give me a minute. I'll let somebody else talk because I'm still.
Nah, yeah, do your thing. Tap in with me, Reese. How you feel, Queen? Is it an admission of guilt? Is it where you at with it?
I think it might be an admission of guilt.
Okay. Tell me why.
And this is based on the fact that, like, as I mentioned earlier on, that, she waited so long to, even bring up what happened, supposedly, between her and Tory Lanez. And then also the fact that, like you said, it's like a lot of inconsistencies within the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a feeling that comes over me when I watch her stutter, when I watch Meg stutter, when I watch Kelsey speak about her truth in the matter, right? When I watch this, when I'm hearing this, I just can't help but feel, when somebody's telling you something, it just don't feel right. It just don't feel right. And I've been feeling that since this whole thing begun. I've been feeling it since the whole thing begun. Meg credibility is shot. Yeah. It's completely shot. And I'm not caping for Tory at all. Because there's some inconsistencies, and I'm going to play it for a second on Tory's side. Tap in with us. Clubhouse, what you got for me? Allison, D, Ab, I see you down there. Pull up. Tap in with me. What you got, Lopez?
What is he apologizing for? Is it because he smashed both of them and was in the love triangle? Or did he shoot her? What is he apologizing for? That's open for interpretation, and that's what we're discussing right now. Now, Kelsey, you alluded, I'm not saying you, but she could have possibly discharged, she could have been the one shooting the gun, right? It could have been Kelsey, and Megan was may have or may have not been the intended target. So what is he apologizing for? I think as a man, he probably feels like crap because he was feeling himself so much, disrespecting all these, very disrespectful. Can I get another horn? Very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Yo, sometimes as men, and I was young once in a while, and I used to do some crazy stuff. When you mix alcohol and ego and pride and you're feeling yourself, you'll talk to one girl, you talk to her best friend, then you'll talk to another girl, and it's not to the girl throws a drink on you or slaps you in your face or something violent like that happen. And then you got the alcohol involved.
Then your ego's involved. Yep.
He probably was like, yo, I'm a freaking fool, and look at what was the result of my foolishness and my ego. So he was definitely a catalyst to that violent night with the alcohol, bro.
And also being clear on it, Lopez, before I spin the mic around, most of the, what you call it, GSR, the gunpowder was on Kelsey. TORY didn't even have on a shirt that night. I don't know if y'all know about ballistics and shit, right? But he didn't have on a
bathing suits.
No, but TORY didn't have on a shirt that night. TORY didn't have on a shirt. So the reason why I'm bringing that little tidbit in there is because it's going to go direct. There's no way for it to hide. It's going to go directly on you. The bulk of it was on Kelsey. Why was the bulk of it on Kelsey and the portion of it was on TORY? Why? Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe she fired. Maybe she fired. He saw what it was. He rustled, tried to take it from her. Shit got on him. All right, Live on Broadway podcast.
Okay,
Tap in with me. Go for it, Allie.
Oh, sorry.
I think if I may, that yes, I believe that Kelsey fired the weapon. I believe that they were all drunk. They were all having a good time, and it was just a good time going bad. I believe that there was an argument that ensued. I believe that he took or attempted to try to take the weapon from Kelsey. I believe that Kelsey was holding in unresolved feelings and discourse for Megan, and that's where it went. It totally went left.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, she fired the gun, and she may have, when you fire a weapon, sometimes the intended target is not the target that is hit. So in firing, he probably threw the gun down or pushed the gun down out of her hand, and it hit the floor, causing the bullets or fragments of it to enter her foot.
Can I say something on that? Piggybacking on that?
Go for it, Queen. It's okay. We'll go to Ab right after you. Go ahead, Queen.
Sorry. Yeah, that's very, what she says, very true. I mean, because let's say how she said that he shot her, because she's claiming that he said, "Dance, B," and that's when he shot her 5 times. Now, if you shoot somebody 5 times and you're saying, "Dance, B," you're not going to get fragments of a bullet, okay? You're going to have a hole right on your foot or even on your leg, or even your toes are going to be missing. I mean, I have a Glock, and believe me, when you shoot something, it's going to be splattered. It's not going to just be fragments. So
maybe it ricocheted. Maybe it hit the floor first. Maybe it hit something else first before it hit.
So there was some kind of fight going on, because again, I'm going to go back to the original report of what the eyewitness said. He said that there was 2 males fighting with the female. So could that female have been getting crazy with the gun, trying to fight with the other female, and they're trying to take the gun away? Now, they know the law is to empty a clip when you have a Glock. Okay, you have to, if they see it, and they're going to investigate everything on there. No bullets, nothing to investigate, right? So obviously they unloaded the gun after. That's when the witnesses said they heard the gunshots, because you're going to tell me he told you, "Dance, B," and you only got fragments out of 5 shots, then you go back into his car and you're scared of the police?
So hold on. Go for it, Allie.
He wasn't shooting at her foot. Whoever shot the gun was not shooting at her foot.
Right.
And for him to say, "Dance, bitch," that means he wanted to make her dance. In the Wild Wild West, they used to shoot at people's feet and make them dance. So that was the same equivalent. He wanted her to, quote unquote, dance. So he was shooting at the ground and thus making her dance because of the little, sparks or whatever the case may be. "Dance, bitch" means he wanted her to dance. And it was shot at the foot. He wasn't shooting her foot. He was shooting at the ground. That's why they're fragments and not actual bullets that are inside of her foot, because she probably wouldn't have any feet.
Be mindful of how you saying he shot at the ground, because we don't know who shot at the ground.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. That's what it may seem that somebody shot at the ground and a fragment hit Meg. But this is a question that nobody asked.
Well, hold on, Ab. I want to play one thing before you go off, because we're talking about shooting at the ground And Kelsey took the stand and she said something. And I'm going to play something because I think it runs concurrent with that piece. What up, though, Preem? Check it out. Live on Broadway podcast.
Yeah.
I watched Kelsey Harris testify for 2 full days. I watched her struggle and hesitate and take abnormally long pauses when she did not want to answer questions. I watched her respond, oh, it was confusing, it was blurry, I don't know, I don't remember when she didn't want to answer questions. I also saw her answer some questions in the morning session very confidently, very believably. But there was one question that she answered that when she gave the answer, I felt like I was seeing the real, authentic Kelsey Harris, a person I was having a conversation with at a coffee shop like a friend, not somebody testifying on the trial. The question was this. They asked her, did you hear someone yell, dance bitch? She said, now where did that come from?
Hold on, let's freeze frame right there. Let's freeze frame right there. I just want to stop it right there. We're gonna play the rest of that. But the defense, Tory Lane's lawyers asked her, did you hear anybody scream, dance bitch? She goes, now where did that come from? Now you know, she didn't say yes or no. She said, where did that come from? She's called up there, mind you, supposedly to help Meg's case. The prosecution called her, not the defense. The defense now is cross-examining. So we're having a conversation about somebody that's called to the defense of Meg, but now she's saying, after being granted immunity, and yes, Sasseries, they all lied, absolutely. But we're having a conversation about her being shot, dance bitch, in the foot. Well, fragments in the foot. 6 1/2 difference, 6 1/2 dozen, same difference. So now my question to you guys become, why is Kelsey, not even why is Kelsey saying that? There's a certain level of the same difference where somebody says something to you, you just receive that. I'm gonna throw it to you though, Ab. Tap in with us, King. What's your thoughts on this whole charade show, this whole shit show?
My thoughts was what it was from the very beginning. The story changed too much times for me. You feel me? It went from I stepped in glass to days later, or probably a week later, Tory shot me, to now he was over here and did it to dance. Like, the story just changed too many times. And if you pay attention to what somebody pointed something out, what's her name? Kelsey. Kelsey went on her live and said, "Yo, this shit is getting out of hand now." I think that they was running with it, trying to get sympathy, trying to create a controversy. You know what I mean? To heighten whatever stuff that they working on, but don't realize that the state was going to pick it up. It's not like Meg put forth the lawsuit to Tory to get money. You feel me? It's not like she's suing him. It's the state that charged Tory, and nobody said anything. I was just waiting for people to get to that revelations. Like, wait a minute, this is a man, a successful man that quote unquote caused bodily harm. Why is nobody being sued in this whole ordeal?
So hold on, just hold on right there, right, Ab? I'll give it right back to you. So just to be clear, when the whole thing came out, Tory wasn't charged with nothing, right? The state just said that they couldn't charge. Once Meg, it was 1 month, exactly 1 month after the whole shit came out, Meg says, Tory shot me, right? And then when she says he shot me, boom. Then the state picks it up, and then the state does everything that you're saying. So carry on, King.
Yeah, so that's what transpired. Now, even through this whole ordeal, nobody is being sued for this. All right, we could say, all right, after this case, then the suit will come forth. But it's not Meg pressing charges against Tory. It's the state pressing charges against Tory. Meg made a statement, and the state picked it up.
Nobody is, and the friend said, "Whoa, this is going out of hand." So we all could speculate what this mean, that mean. I plead the fifth. I want immunity. But what happens if they both agree to say something and now it's getting out of hand and Kelsey's like, "Yo, I don't want to say, I'm not part of that shit no more. Like, this is somebody's life now. You really about to send this dude to jail." And the fact that now it's coming out, it wasn't like when we first heard about when he was first charged, it was more of a passion crime. Now it's not a passion crime because all he did was have sex with Meg. It wasn't his girl like we thought it was. Everybody assumed they was dating, something happened. It's not a passion crime. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then the first witness stated, and this was clear cut. And when people were making their sympathy and have the empathy due to Meg's mother dying, I'm like, you have to separate the two. Just because she's going through personal issues and lost a family member, you cannot connect that with this charge. This is its own independent thing. Yeah. You cannot say, "Oh, I feel sorry." One of my Facebook friends posted 2 days ago, "I feel sorry." I was screenshotted and posted, "Oh, I want Meg to win. Nobody feels sorry for her, but nobody have empathy for Meg, but they have empathy for Kanye." I said, "Wow, what if she's lying? What if she's lying?" And I'm happy you're not a juror because you don't even care about the facts. The first witness stated that he looked through his window or his door and saw two women fighting. Mm-hmm. And he heard shots and saw two women fighting. We never heard about that until now. Right? Nobody knew that Meg and Kelsey was fighting until the court case. But this man made the statement to the police. They found Kate Nicole chain on the floor. That means in some melee, her chain got popped.
Yep.
Who's Kate Nicole? This is the police statement.
Yeah.
And when it was brought to the attention, everybody looked past it, believe women. And all I'm saying is this: you could believe women, but still, women lie too. People lie.
But that whole thing comes about, right? And I remember clear as day when everything transpired. The first thing they said was, "Believe black women." That's the first thing they said. And I'm not saying don't believe black women, right? I'm just saying that that just don't sit well with me because just because you're a black woman, that don't mean that you are automatically supposed to. Just because I'm a black man, don't just believe me because I'm a black man. That don't mean much. If my shit is inconsistent and it don't sound right, don't believe me. And
but here, I just want to include this too, Broadway. Everybody, all the radio the radio personnel and hosts and things of that nature were killing TORY. You know why? Because he didn't make a statement and say he didn't do it. He didn't say anything. Oh, why didn't he say anything?
Yep.
Because his name is getting called up. The first thing he do is go to his lawyer, and his lawyer said, "Don't make a statement. Don't say nothing."
Don't say nothing.
Everybody judged him because he didn't say anything. Well, if he didn't do anything, he would. Why he didn't say anything? Motherfucker, you getting if he did it or not. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not here to judge. I wasn't there. None of us was there. We just going off of the evidence and the revelations that's currently going on right now. What the first thing was, I stepped in glass. Weeks later, TORY shot me. Charges going on. He puts out music. Y'all put the muzzle on him. He can't make any statements. He can't even say he didn't do it anymore. He can't speak about it. Now, on the stand, the girl go on Gail. I never had any sexual relations with him. Like nobody is even talking about this type of stuff. She didn't have sexual relationship with him. She go on the stand. She can't lie. Yes, she had sexual relationships with the man. But but this one fact that you gotta everybody's overlooking. Normally when a man is violent to a woman, it's a passion crime, right? It's something it's some type of attachment. There is no attachment for TORY with Meg for TORY to actually do this act. I'm just saying there's no attachment because all he's saying is he just took it down. And she said that. And it was a secret takedown. You feel me?
Yeah.
But the witness said that the two women were fighting. So then why is he shooting her if two women is fighting? It makes absolutely no sense, but I'm not judging. I'm just going off of the evidence.
So look, right, and I appreciate that, Ab. A lot of good points. What up, Miss V? How you feeling?
Better.
Good. That's what I like to hear. I want to know how you guys are going to respond to this. Sassery said, Meg said she only, hold on, my fucking eyes, hold on. Meg said he only shot her after his publicist went to the blogs with a different story. Then she tweeted, lie one more time and I'm gonna tell the real story. So Meg says TORY was telling lies, right? About the whole situation, and his publicist was running to the blogs, so forth and so on. Meg kept getting wind of it and was like, yo, lie one more time. She tweeted, lie one more time, and I'm going to tell the full story. How do you guys respond to that?
I'm shocked. I don't know. If he shot her, I want him to go to jail for it. If he didn't, then, there's no need to send an innocent man to jail. But it's like it was said, it's more to the story. How did the gun residue get on, what's that girl's name, Kelsey?
Yeah, Kelsey.
How did gun residue get on her hand? Can gun residue get on your hand if you're in the facility of a gun being fired?
Yes.
Hold on. If the gun was fired in the car, like let's say this wasn't the case, but I'm just saying you asked the question, so I'm answering it. If the gun was shot in the car, then yes, right? But because it's so everybody's in close proximity, right? But because that's not the case, and it was fired from the outside, most of the gun residue is on Kelsey, and a bit of it is on TORY. If TORY didn't have on a shirt, so I keep bringing that up because if I shoot a gun and I have on a shirt and I take my shirt off, guess where the gun residue is going to probably lie?
On your arms and stuff, right?
But not on my body, right? So because TORY didn't have on a shirt, if he shot it, where you think the gun residue going to go? All over his body. You get what I'm saying? So the gun residue wasn't all over his body. It was on her. The majority of it was on her. I'm not making this up.
She shoot him?
I believe she shot him. Allegedly, I believe she shot him. She shot her. But I think
they were struggling for that gun, and it got shot.
I think Meg.
I was kind of thinking that earlier.
I think Meg jumped off the Porsche and said that TORY shot her, but she don't know who shot her. But now she got to double down on that lie. She got to double down on that lie. And we all know how it go. You tell a white lie, and you got to tell another lie to cover that lie, so forth and so on. And I don't think nobody saw it being this big, right? So right. I personally think that Meg don't know who shot her. Honestly, she was shot. That's a fact. She's a victim. That's a fact. I don't believe she knows for certain who shot her. I'll park there, Miss V.
Now, if that be the case, they can't charge Kelsey because they...
Hold on. Why Miss V thing look like that? Hold on.
Gave her immunity, right?
Because
she keep pleading the fifth.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, because Ms. V, I'm just getting spinning circles with you and Reese. Jump down, I'm gonna bring you back up and stay right there. Don't forget that point, because I want you guys I'm gonna push you guys down, and then I'm gonna bring you guys right back up, because I want you guys to be live and direct. Okay? So, all right, let's do this. Hold on. Let me just keep that point up there. Give me 1 second, Ab. I just want to keep their points. And Miss V, she was definitely cooking. Miss V, where you at, Queen? I sent it to you.
Okay, you got me?
I can't even see you. Can you see her? Can you see her, Marcy?
Yes, she's here.
Okay, I see everybody.
All right, cool. Go for it.
Okay, they can't charge Kelsey because they gave her immunity, right?
Sure. Wait, well. They can and other stuff that may be related to this outside of this incident. If there's something else,
get sued, but they cannot charge her because she made a deal.
Well, see, but this is what I want you guys to know. There's different types of immunity. There's the immunity where you can be. There's different types of immunity. I can't remember the exact names to it, but I know that for a fact. There's different types of immunity. There's the immunity where if you're charged in, if I say something in this case, I can't be charged. I can't be held or charged inside of this case. But if there's something else as a ramification of this case outside of this moment that you guys in questions that you guys are asking me, then I can be charged in that. You get that? But there's other immunities where you can't be charged at all. So she actually got to be kind of careful because she has a different type of immunity that only allows her to not be charged in this case. But if something else comes out that's subsequently related to this case that they didn't ask her that comes out later, yeah, she can be charged for that.
I could say something.
Miss V, you there? All right, go for it. Go for it.
All right. So what if I'm just going down the rabbit hole? What if the fragments that was taken out of Megan's feet were there from a old shooting? What if she got shot before?
No.
And she just went.
No.
Why are you saying nah?
I'm saying nah because that's too much of a coincidence that randomly, because I got some shit in me and then I get shot again and then
no Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Broadway. What if you didn't get shot again? What if you literally did? It is glass, right?
Sure.
But with X-rays, they see metal in fragments in your feet. I'm just saying, just think about it this way, because that's a handgun, bro. That's not that's a handgun. And for a handgun bullet to now even hit the floor and shrapnel comes out into the foot, that's kind of like impossible, bro. Impossible.
That's false, bro. That is very possible.
So explain, tell me how could it be possible?
Hold on. Yeah. Tell him. Tap in with us, Sincere.
Nah, it's possible. Like, blessings to everybody on the panel, man. It is possible that it can happen with a gun. Like, if you accidentally hold a gun and you pop off the trigger, it could ricochet off somebody's leg or anything. So it's possible that Megan Thee Stallion really did get shot. Like, I never doubted that it didn't happen because it really can happen with a gun. Because a lot of people got shot, accidentally. So it's all down to, like, Broadway, at the end of the day, it just goes down to the lawyers and the courts to see what's the truth. It's just a back and forth story right now. But I really feel like it's a 50-50. It could have been a lie from her or it could have been the truth. We'll never know, son, until we get, like, the truth out of it. So
yeah,
I never. That's
but
why I
you
always
saying a
ricochet.
You saying a ricochet. I want to know the bullet ricocheting and fragments from the bullet now entering her feet.
So basically,
Abra, what is your question, Abra? I'm sorry.
Basically, what I'm saying is this: you're in the car, right? And say you're in the car with the woman, right? And something transpire, argument, right? You have gun on side of in your hand or somewhere in the console, right? And you accidentally pick that gun up and you pull the trigger. The bullet can ricochet off her foot and pop off. So
we're not talking about a ricochet. Listen, I know that can happen.
Well, bullet hit the foot
what the doctor stated. What the doctor stated that they pulled out metal not bullets, fragments scattered into her feet. The left foot more damaged than the right foot. We're not saying that a bullet. They didn't state that they pulled the bullet out. You could go play the video for one of the lawyers that they described it.
Yes, they didn't say a bullet came out. Excuse me, they said a fragment, right? So a fragment, a metal piece, a fragment of a bullet, right? So if it was a fragment, I'll go back and play the video of what the matter of fact. Let's do that because I see you guys tussling a little bit about that piece. So let me go back real quick and just play that real quick. Live on Broadway podcast. I think it was this one.
Morning session. We had the doctor testify. The idea that these are not bullet fragments in her foot, that's done. Forget about it. Those are bullet fragments. Every single person on that jury, if you ask me, believes that it was.
All right, let's just stop that right there. They testified that those were bullet fragments. So let's just throw that out, right? That idea of it's not bullet fragments is just out. It was definitely bullet fragments. Okay?
All right, now full stop now.
There is
so
why.
DJ Preem, you was about to address something for that. When I said that the bullet fragments from the handgun, and you said it's possible. So explain the bullet fragments, DJ Preem.
Preem, welcome to the stage, Preem.
What's good, gang? Explain it in what manner. What is your question?
So my thing is, right, I get all your theories, right, for both parties and both sides, and like you said, it's a fact that she was indeed shot on that night.
Yes.
So any other theory or anything else about this situation is kind of irrelevant because we know nobody's not saying she wasn't shot.
Yes.
She was definitely shot. So my question to you is,
absolutely,
what is your theory about the fragment, the bullet, the glass? What is your
why you say that it's a fact that she was shot?
Because the doctor is saying that the doctor that pulled the bullet fragments out is saying that I pulled the bullet fragments out. So let's just move the conversation along because I just don't want to stay stuck on the fragments and the bullets, and let's move the conversation along, right? So my question now becomes to you guys, right? Moving forward, Meg Thee Stallion's career predictions, if she's found guilty, does it affect her career?
Wait, what would she be found guilty of?
Perjury.
What I'm saying is if follow me.
She won't be charged.
If she's found guilty, just hear the question. If Meg Thee Stallion is found guilty, if she's found guilty, what does her career look like?
What would she be found guilty of?
Perjury.
How is she guilty? I don't get that. How is she?
What I'm saying is,
she's trying to protect herself. She's trying to protect herself. First, she lied to the police.
Thank you, Marcy. Somebody's with me.
Police. That's a crime in itself, right
You're
there.
lying
she should be in jail for lying
if
to the police. Right now, she should be in jail.
Hello. If she's found guilty, you guys are wondering what she's found guilty of. Can you lie on stand? No. Has she been lying? Yes. So the question goes back again.
What has she lied about on stand?
They're using social media and they're using text messages and they're using these outside things and saying that she said TORY shot her. If it comes out that TORY didn't shoot her and she said TORY shot her on the stand on day 1 and 2, that's a lie.
No. So I would disagree with that. It's not about what happened. It's about what you could prove, right? And this is, I'm not going to interrupt your show, but for me, right, well, I'm gonna just say where I stand, and I don't want to argue about it, right? Where I stand is, I feel TORY shot her, but I feel he would be found innocent or not guilty because it's not provable. It's more about what you can prove than what really took place, right? So yes, it may seem like, oh well, she said he shot him, but he was found not guilty. They're not gonna go back and say, well, we got to charge Megan Thee Stallion for this for saying he did it, but he was found not guilty. You know how many people will be in jail for that? So no, I don't think anything of that nature would take place. Just me personally, but I'm done.
Yeah, no, I feel you. My only thing to that is, all right, yeah, I already came out. My predictions, we did that on day 1 and 2, right? I think this is gonna this is gonna end in a mistrial, right? I think this is gonna end in a mistrial. But my thing is this: if in the event of, hold on, my bad. If in the event of Megan being found guilty for lying or not knowing, right? 6 1/2 dozens the same shit. If you don't know, then why are you saying you do know? So if she gets found guilty, going back to my question, what's the prediction for her career? Does she have a career? Live on Broadway podcast. Tap in with us.
No, my answer is no. I think from even just from this point on, like, you know, from the day 1 of the trial, moving forward, I think Meg's career is definitely going to take a little dip, right? She always had a better trajectory than Tory Lanez. I think his career would take a more of a higher path, definitely even if he's found not guilty, versus her career going up or down. I just think we're going to forget this in a while, right? And I think Tory has the better outcome of this either way. We know she's a liar. We know she's a liar. We know she's a backstabber. We know she's a snake. We know she's the city girl or the hot girl that she claimed to be. Like, that came out during the trial. But like I said, the world we live in, we're gonna forget about all of this if it's not today, tomorrow, next month, next year, we're gonna forget about it. She could come out with another hit single with Beyonce or Jay-Z again, and we're gonna listen to the shit, and she's gonna be platinum again. So I don't see it really being a big factor, but in the end, I think Tory have more to gain than Megan will have to gain in this case, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Tap in. The question is,
he got 22 years to gain. He definitely got more to gain in this case.
Right, and not being deported, right?
I was speaking music wise, right?
So tap in. Go for it, T. I see you, Tatiana.
No, I don't know. I mean, like, she have a lot of people riding for her, a feminist. So if she do end up being guilty in this trial, I think it's going to look bad on her end. I don't know if she's going to fall off completely, but she's going to, her reputation is going to look kind of bad. I don't know.
I want to play you guys something that happened last night. I don't usually do this. I want to rewind a little bit from last night, right? Live on Broadway podcast. Let me see if I can even find this really quickly. Because something crazy happened last night, and I wanna try to find it. All right, here you go. All right, check this out. This is last night.
Gayle King interviewing Meg Thee Stallion, live on Broadway podcast.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him? Like sexual? Yeah. Did you, Megan? Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
Why lie? What we doing here? Why lie? What's the sense of lying?
But what if that wasn't a lie? What if they fucked once?
Huh?
That's not a sexual relationship.
That's a lie then. That's a lie then if they fucked once.
What are you talking about? Wait, no. If they had sex one time, that's sex.
A sexual relationship.
That's a sexual encounter. You got to think about it from a legal perspective. That's a sexual encounter. If myself and one other person have sex one time, that's a sexual encounter.
Come on, Shaquana gotta go.
Encounter, it's now a sexual relationship.
So we gotta have sex.
Listen, Live on Broadway podcast. Wow. I asked you guys a question last night, right? And this is some bullshit. So to answer the question, I think Tatiana was saying about the fan base. Women are running around. Women will run around, and I'm not saying all, but if it only a hit dog gonna holler. And they're protecting if she's found guilty, if she for whatever reason it don't go in her favor, let's just remove guilty. If it don't go in her favor, which is Tory being found guilty, they're still gonna clap and bravo for her, right? They're still gonna stand in support of some bullshit. We seen before Tory at the beginning of this whole shit, nobody knew nothing. It was alleged that Tory had shot her. We saw Tory taking off her songs. We saw Tory blackballed. We saw Tory. We saw it all. We saw it all.
All right, I got a question now, man.
Go for it.
I got a question, Broadway. All right, man. Because y'all saying that she was shot that night, right?
I'm just saying, this is
wait,
crazy.
Wait. You just now made a statement and said that it took her 1 month to come out and said that Tory shot her, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's false. That's false. It took her 4 days. It took her 4 days.
It was 1 month.
No, it was 4 days. She went on live 4 days later.
No, it wasn't. Hold on. No, it was Cream.
He got charged. He got charged.
Okay, I need to say something about that again. Okay? Regardless of how long it was, she lied. And the only, let me emphasize that very much, reason that she had to say something is because the doctors exposed her. Otherwise, she would be charged with something criminal because either you shot somebody shot you, or they shot at you. So is she going to say, well, yeah, I shot it and it shot my foot? Because when you shoot a gun and it ricochets off of everywhere, I could have got it could go through my leg and go to yours. Okay? Bullet fragments can go throughout a car. So, no, it didn't ricochet, okay? It was set off and fragments flew, okay, through something. Otherwise, it would have blew off her shoe. However, again, I want to emphasize, she didn't even say it when she was at the doctor. She still was sticking to her story of, I stepped on glass. At that point, why didn't she tell in the hospital if she was so scared of this man, as she said in the interview? If I'm very scared now, okay, I didn't want to tell the police. Okay, let's go with that. You were scared because of the George Floyd thing. All right, let me believe you on that. However, you're at the hospital now in a safe area. There's no police. There's nothing. You are there. Why? Until the doctors came out with their report and said, yes, forensically, you're lying. And now the doctors exposed because it is the law that they have to charge somebody that got shot, either her, whoever else was in there. And obviously it was not going to be her. That's it.
Go ahead, Ab.
Well, then, if that's the case, then that's it. Because I'm just looking at Dr. Lafredo, who said he treated her for glass wounds. You know what I mean? So I was going to ask, how long did they take to find out that she had this fragment in her feet? You know, but if you say 1 month and Preem saying 4 days, that's where the story got to unfold. But if Preem said it's 4 days and you said it took 1 month, you know, I just need to know that.
1 month?
I wasn't following the case like that though. So
yeah, I got you.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Hold on, and I'm gonna pull it up too. You know why it took 1 month? Because it was a whole lot of back and forth. Tory, they were saying that Tory was talking to his people, and his people was leaning and getting rumors out to the blog sites, and Meg was like, if you keep saying this, Meg got shot. You know what? Let me put my mouth. Let me pull it up because I'm not going to keep. I know what I'm talking about. Tap in. Go for it. How you feel about it? Allison, you've been a silent assassin, Queen. How you feel, Queen?
I said what I said. I feel like there was a struggle with the weapon. I feel like Kelsey did it. Gunshot residue can go 3 to 5 feet. Whoever's in the vicinity is going to get it on them. So there's a lot, and I understand why she would probably think that it was somebody else, because if whoever you see holding the gun is the person that did it, allegedly. Sure. So I mean, listen, I just want this to be over because I'm just really tired of hearing about it, frankly.
I'm not.
So, hey, Broadway. So, what I was trying to say, right? What I think took 4 days, right? Was the situation took place, and then 4 days later is when she said she was shot. I agree with you. Well, I'm not to agree or disagree with. You are correct that it was. I want to say probably maybe a month later when she said yes. In fact, it was Tory who did it. But 3 or 4 days after the situation is when she said she was shot. So the glass situation went out of the picture 3 or 4 days later versus when she named the suspect of who shot her is all I was.
Sure. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Check this out. See if I can get this out.
Saying that Kelsey fired the gun, not him. Now, Tory's attorney told the jury that it was really Megan and Kelsey who were arguing with each other.
I can hear that.
It was jealousy fueled. He's painting this whole thing that it was
Yeah.
just, a jealousy fueled fight. And that Tory and Megan had a sexual relationship, something that Megan's denied in interviews, and suggested that Kelsey was mad because Meg had a history of stealing boyfriends. I don't know if you heard, but the baby was thrown in there. Ben Simmons was thrown in there.
Ben Simmons out here shooting off the court. On the court, not so much. Off
to say Kelsey could have discharged the gun that shot Megan.
Well, and it's also, I think it's interesting that Tory's team is saying that Megan's back was turned. So she wouldn't know who actually shot the gun.
Right.
I think in all of this, noise,
Give me
it's
a
going to
second.
be
It's
tough
gonna
to
get
stay
there.
focused on the real issue at hand, which is, did Tory shoot the gun or not? And can they prove that Tory had an intent to harm Megan Thee Stallion? Because the charges that they have against Tory Lanez, some, I think, obviously, he got busted. He already got busted with the gun. He already got charged with that. But that doesn't mean that he actually discharged the gun. And Tory's defense is going to try to discredit Megan Thee Stallion, which is obviously talking about her sex partners and, allegedly this and stealing boyfriends, which doesn't really have anything to do with being shot at.
No, it doesn't.
It has nothing to do with being shot at.
They're just trying to... Like, for example, if it was this Kelsey person that did it, wouldn't Tory have been like, oh my God, what the hell? And immediately been like, yo, I know we were fighting, but this is insane.
What you're saying, I think, is where Megan is, she's not confused. Megan hasn't been confused. Remember, Megan was quiet for a month. There was a month of speculation after the incident happened, before Megan went on Instagram and said, Tory Lanez shot me. And at the time, remember, everybody was saying, well,
let's just bring that down a little bit. Because I know I researched it. I know I can't find it right now, but I know I also seen it here. But yeah, I think there's a lot of pointing fingers and a lot of hoopla going on in regards of who did what. And I just think that, well, let me ask you guys this question on the reverse end of it. How do you guys see Tory Lanez's career catapulting if he's found innocent? Does it catapult? Does it go from here to there if he's found innocent?
I think it will. I think he'll be looked at as some sort of martyr. I feel like people that were at one time against him will probably flip and will go against Megan, and people that were for him. Oh, I told you, I knew he didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to come out with, a tell-all, not only a tell-all book, he's going to come out with an album based on it. It's going to be a win for him. And Megan's credibility is going to be shot. Everybody has a turn when it comes to this limelight, and hers just might dim a little bit.
The crazy part to it is, all right, I'm reading the comments. All right. So the crazy thing is that I think that Meg will play the victim role regardless of whom or what. I think Meg's career will be okay. I think Tory I think Tory might have already written an album about this shit and what's going to come. I think the day after this shit is all done, Tory will drop an album. Hello?
That would be smart as hell.
I think the day after,
hope he does.
Tory gonna drop an album. Tory's leaving the courtroom every day.
Smart.
He's going to record new music.
That would be smart.
And he's going to capitalize off this as much as possible. You know? So,
that would be smart.
Again, I don't know shit from shit, but what I do think that is, I think that regardless of whom or what, Tory, it won't be, I think Megan, if Tory is found guilty, let me put it this way. If Tory is found guilty, Megan her career will go even further, right? If Tory is found innocent, Meg's career will stay where it's at. It won't be affected. Everybody will still run to the damsel in distress and coddle Megan, and they'll be looking at Tory to be the gentleman. I think if Tory is found innocent, they're gonna expect and want Megan and want Tory to be a gentleman and not be flamboyant, not be, not guilty, fuck out of here, woo, 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 woo. They're not gonna want him to be that. They're gonna want him to be, I'm just happy the justice system, found this justice, and I hope, for whatever reason, justice is served for Meg Thee Stallion. I think she's an amazing artist and a beautiful person, and they're gonna want him to be offer humility. That's what they're gonna want him to offer. But if the roles are reversed, let's be clear here. Meg gonna twerk on every couch in every pool party possible. And the world's gonna accept that because they like the black man, respectfully. They like the black man being humble and being meek. They don't want us to pop our shit. They don't like that. Because when we start popping our shit, it starts causing an uproar. That's why they don't like Floyd. That's why they ain't like Muhammad Ali. That's why they ain't like Jordan. That's why they don't like certain people that pop their shit. Because when you pop your shit, they start feeling as though you cocky. You can't be celebrative. You can't celebrate. You can't. Because if you sell it, am I lying? What you guys read on this? Am I lying? Jump in the comment section, YouTube. Tap in. Do they want us to be? Go for it, Allie. My bad. Or was that Marcy? My bad, Marcy. Was that you, Queen?
No, that wasn't me.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Let's go into final thoughts. Live on Broadway podcast. Final thoughts. A lot's going on. A lot went on. Let's talk about it. Tory, Meg, I'm coming to you first. Instagram, Marcy, I'm coming to you first. Final thoughts, Queen. How you feel with the conversation that was had? Tory Lanez, what Tory Lanez really apologized to Meg Thee Stallion and Kelsey for. How you feel about it all, Queen? What's your take on it?
I think he was apologizing for exposing the whole truth about the whole sex thing that they were fighting and that it caused a whole uproar between all three of them and the whole fight. I'm sure that any man would apologize for that. Now, any man, even if he was guilty or not, or woman, would not apologize for that, especially on a text message. I mean, that's just common sense to me.
Wake it up.
So, that's pretty much it.
I appreciate you, Marcy. I appreciate you. Allison, tap in one time. Final thoughts, Queen. What's your take on this? YouTube, jump in that comment section. I want to see y'all final thoughts. Instagram the same. What up, though, Allie? Final thoughts.
Yeah, this who needs a reality show? Because this gets juicier day by day. And when I say, I just want it to be over because I'm getting tired of it, I really feel like we're getting lost in the fact that somebody was indeed injured and affected by this, be it emotionally or physically. Yeah. We're focused on so many other aspects of it when the core is that a crime was committed. But all in all, I just want, I just want justice to be served, whatever that looks like, for whomever it may look like. I feel like, and I said that, Tory's probably going to come, look like a good guy, and Megan, her light might dim a little bit, but I just want success for everyone. So I just hope that everybody gets healing in whatever shape it looks like.
I agree with that.
Spoken like a true queen.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she did get shot, and she's obviously, nobody deserves to get shot, and nobody deserves to get hurt at all. But no innocent man should be sent to jail either for lies.
Very true.
Because he's being hurt more because skin's going to heal. Her foot's already healed, most of it. And this man still, even though he's not guilty, everybody already says you're guilty. What happened to innocent and to proven guilty? We're already condemning this guy. And what if that was your son? Would you want your son, your father, your brother, the same rights?
Good point. I appreciate that, Marcy. D. Lopez, final thoughts, King. Final thoughts, D.
Yeah, well said. With you want justice, right? Whatever that looks like. I think Tory Lanez, if he's found innocent, he's gonna be vindicated in a lot of people's eyes, and they're gonna be more open to his music. Meg, the one thing is she lied. The whole perjury aspect and everything. But there's a lot that goes into this, man. You're talking about a drunk night with jealousy and, losing a best friend, getting shot in the foot. There's a lot of pain and therapy that she's going to need. So it's just a lot. But I just hope, I hope we get to see them grow old. Like, when I think about that we lost Tupac, Biggie, they didn't get to see their 40s and 50s. Hopefully 10 years from now, exactly that part, they're going to grow and they're going to be able to tell the story about what they learned from that young drunk night, and when they're going to grow into great old adults and into older age. And that's what I hope for all of them.
Wow. I really like that, because when we grow older, we're able to assess things, because Broadway at 42, shit, nigga, at 22, at 21, nigga. Thank God, thank the Lord for my many blessings, never stressing. Tap in with us, Kai.
What's going on?
Happy anniversary, first and foremost. Tap in with us, Meg Thee Stallion. Final thoughts, Tory Lanez, Kelsey, Nicole, this whole charade. What are your thoughts on it, King?
Man, my final thoughts on it is definitely if Tory is found innocent, I don't believe Meg would be canceled. I just don't see women just canceling Meg, like how you said a little bit earlier. They definitely gonna want Tory to be the gentleman, and I think conversations about mental health and her being shot still, and all the trauma she had to go through, so she definitely would be coddled. On the career aspects, I don't wish bad on anybody's career for either party. So if Tory is innocent, I hope he excels and he does his due diligence, and I think Meg Thee Stallion's career is going to be okay. Now, a few people in the industry might not rock with her because of that.
Sure.
Which we already been seeing signs of. But all in all, too, like how Dee said, man, everybody grow old. And everybody, hopefully, maybe one day they all could, when they older in the future, could all, sit back and make amends for that situation, because it's just a drunk, dramatic night, and things just went sideways. I don't think anybody tried to hurt anybody, personally, from my opinion. Right. Yeah, and, just things just escalated to things it wasn't supposed to be. So, hopefully they could all make amends, and everybody, there's plenty of money in the world to be made, man, so everybody could, do their thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well said, beloved. Well said. Welcome, Benny. As we wrap this, I give my final thoughts. I think, we should use this as a learning lesson because I think somehow, some way, little white lies turn into big dark ones, and I think, it's expected for Corey, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, husband, boo thing, side piece, whatever he is. He's expected to be called. I guess they're gonna probably get Kylie out of there. They're not gonna call Kylie. It's been alleged that she's gonna be a witness, but I mean they're gonna probably suppress that subpoena. I honestly believe that this could be a learning moment. So fast. Sometimes with money, it makes you feel like you're above the law, when you're in fact more in the eyes of the law as a byproduct of having money, right? I think we have to move strategically and be more mindful and cognizant of the responsibility of fame and fortune. I think that it helps us, because for whatever reason, I believe that somebody needed to see this situation because they was on the edge. This situation, I'm a firm believer that what we go through isn't for us. It's for somebody else to witness and learn from that experience and be a wise person opposed to a smart one and go through it themselves. I also believe that we got to be more mindful of the people that we identify as our friends. What about your friends? Will they stand around? Anyway, probably aging myself. I enjoy everybody's commentary tonight because, there's logic and then there's people that tap in and associate certain things with their personal experience and their personal feelings. And sometimes, hold on. I see that, Moss. Shout out to Marcy on the badge. I appreciate the badges, Marcy. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for also offering some amazing commentary tonight and helping us see things a bit more clearly. We're going to be covering this through and through. So every time there's a day of Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, we're going to be here covering it. I just want to wrap and say, let's be more socially responsible about the people that we identify as our friends, because that's a very, very overlooked thing where we identify people as our friends and we haven't even been through anything with them. I don't personally identify people as my friend if we haven't been through something or another with one another. This is how relationships relate, right? It has to be something there. You got to go through something, and I just pray for those far and near and everybody in this Tory Meg situation and all the YouTube viewership, Facebook, Clubhouse, Instagram viewership, for love and light and healing, because it's very easy to get yourself into something and very hard to get yourself out of it. With that being said, I bid you all adieu. I appreciate every single one of you guys helping this platform grow, liking and subscribing and commenting on our YouTube channel, Broadway the Giant. Please make sure you tap in, drop us a super chat, drop us a Cash App, drop us whatever it is you feel is necessary to support this platform, because we're doing it and we're standing on you guys' shoulders, and we like to create a platform so that everybody can speak. Perfect strangers can get their thoughts and opinions off on. You get what I'm saying? Because you can't do that on Hot 97. You can't do that on Drink Champs. You can't do that on all these other high-tech platforms. But this platform, no matter how big we grow and how whatever platform we are on, there'll always be a voice for you, Giants, to tap in with us. Live on Broadway podcast. You know my vibe and you know my body. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be Giant. Pull! Clip!
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? Spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway.
Hold on, whoa. And also, do remember, DM me. If you guys see anything you guys want to change about the set, anything you guys would like to talk about, DM me. We take opinions from the Giants as well. Okay, so before we get off YouTube, tap in with us. Drop us a line. Email us, info@liveonbroadwaypodcast.com. You guys want to catch up with season 2 through season 4, go to the liveonbroadwaypodcast.com and tap in.